afternoon, good morning, and good evening. Welcome to another Digital Teaching Talk episode specifically focused on, hey, I received my Migrated Ultra Course. Now what? And in this episode, we're going to focus on something that we're going to see in courses across the migration. And the reason we're going to see it is because the way that the old version of Blackboard did discussions was kind of junky. Remember, you created the discussion and then you created a link to the discussion in the content. And so you really ended up having a discussion in two places, in your discussions and in the content. Ultra, it's just one place, ultimately. Even though you can get to it from other areas, it's just one place. So we have to, in our Ultra courses, relink our discussions. And how do we know we have to do that? Well, I'm going to show you. So let's take a look at a course. And this is just my K-16 demo course 2. Inside this course are discussions within the content that link to absolute links, meaning they link to my old course, not to my current course because of the way those links work. Remember, I told you in original courses, you would create your discussion and then create a link to that discussion that lived in the content. So in Ultra, we don't do that. We just create the discussion and it lives in Ultra. So let's take a look at how we can figure this out and then how we can fix it. So we know it's an issue when we click on Start here, or we click in any of our areas that have a discussion. So I'm going to go to Unit 1, and you're going to see Unit 1 discussion. The first big warning sign you're going to see is that you don't have the discussion icon next to the discussion, right? Well, what does that mean? When I click on it, you're going to see it's a link to discussion, but it's not to where you think it does. When I click on that link, it opens up a link to my old course. Now, I, as the instructor, can access the content, but my students who are not enrolled in my old course, they can't. So I need to redo this Unit 1 discussion. So how do I do it? Well, I start by deleting the old link. So I go to my Unit 1 discussion, click the ellipsis or the 3 dots, and go to delete. Then it's gone, right? Don't worry, the discussion still lives in my course. Guess what? It actually lives up here under discussions, and you can always double check it, but click on discussions and you will see a list of all the discussions that are in the course. I want this discussion to be available in my content. So how do I do that? How can I make sure that the link to that discussion, which is actually going to be that discussion, shows up in the content? I will show you. I simply go to the discussion, which is the Unit 1 discussion right here, click on the 3 dots and choose Edit. Thankfully, it's really like a one check off process and then it's done. I go here to my cog and then I see the first thing on my discussion settings says Display on Course Content page. Oh, that makes it show back up. So I click it and then hit Save. Now, what it's going to do, and this is the one pain point in the activity, is that it's going to make it show up on your course content page, but literally. So when I scroll down to the bottom of my course content, you'll see it show up here, Unit 1 discussion. Now, the great thing is I can easily take this discussion and drag it all the way up to Unit 1 and place it inside without having to move or copy it with clicks. So I'm going to hold on to Unit 1 discussion and pull it slowly and easily up until I get to my unit. Now I'm going to go inside Unit 1, it opens up, and place it inside Unit 1 right where it goes. Boom, it's done. So now when I click on it, it opens the actual discussion. Yay, let's do this again. Rinse and repeat so that you actually get the detail of how this works, right? So let's do it one more time. So note here, we're going to go to Unit 2. And there's a Unit 2 discussion. Just to make sure, I'm going to go up under my discussions. And yes, it's there, right? Okay, so I'm going to go back to my content, go to Unit 2, and I'm going to make sure this is the wrong one, I click on it, and it shows the link to discussion. Again, that's how I know it's not the right thing. It's linking to my old course. So I'm going to close it and delete it. So I'm going to make sure I've got the gray box highlighted there. When you move it, it highlights it in gray, right? And then I put my mouse over it, click the 3 dots to the right, and choose Delete. And Unit 2 discussion, the link to the old course, goes away. Now, I simply go up to discussions up here at the top, go to Unit 2 discussion and click on the 3 dots and choose Edit. Access my cog and then click on Display on Course Content Page. Hit Save. Then go back to my Content tab for the course. Scroll down to the bottom and you will see Unit 2 discussion. So I'm going to take it and pull it slowly up to Unit 2 and place it right where it needs to go in Unit 2. So again, when we bring these over, because the old way, the inefficient way the original did discussions, it's going to create a little bit of a mess up, but it's an easy fix. Just follow these steps on how this works and you'll be fine. As always, if you have any questions about how to do stuff in Blackboard, reach out to the instructional development team, facdev@shsu.edu. Look out for our weekly emails because we actually invite you to sign up for one-on-ones or check out our webinars or enroll in the certification. And we look forward to seeing you again. Thanks a lot and have a great day.